ball ever, I believe. Him and Zayakowski stacked up against Kimball to erase a 21-point deficit.
It had to be one of the great quarters in Berkley history.
Whoa, what a tackle. Good run by, that was Ken Carson.
Kenny Carson. He plays on my baseball team in the summer. Very gutsy little kid. All right, this is Ken Carson coming out of the wing position, the same play. He's very quick, not as heavy, but he has a lot of desire for his size.
Berkley made the stop. It's 3rd and inches.
Zayakowski is split out to the left here now. This is 3rd and 1. Big play for Berkley.
First man through, well, I'll tell you, bunching up the center of that defensive line is Ken Hatchie, and Mike Carey, and nobody's going anyplace.
They made the first down. They had a very short one there. Unfortunately, it paid off for Berkley.
The ball on the 35-yard line of Berkley. They started this drive on the 12.
It was very important for them to get field position, and they did. Now, even if they have to punt, they're in pretty good shape.
You wonder if they'll go to Burks again through this hole. Right over guard, and no place, gain of about a yard or two.
Yeah, Berkeley's had practically no success running from tackle to tackle. All their yards have been gained outside of the tackle.
Second down.
So 2nd and 9, the call. I believe you've got to start to air it out a little bit. When I talked to some of the kids, the game plan was they're going to have to pass a little bit more.
Yes, they will. They will have to loosen it up because Hazel Park is playing very tight inside. The linebackers are up close.
That's a pass. Zayakowski tries to one-hand it, and unable to corral it into his chest.
They were very fortunate, and the tip, Zayakowski tipped it, and the defensive halfback almost intercepted that.
Franco Elmore was there for Hazel Park, number 41.
It's 3rd down and 9 for Berkley.
3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9.
I think go to the open side of the field right now. That'd be going to the right for Berkley.
36-yard line.
This is very much a passing down.
And Hazel Park knows it. They're going to put a rush on here. And it's a run, and a gain of about 3 on the play, but no place to go.
Well, I assumed that they were trying to spread out their defense looking for a pass and then have Burks use the speed up the middle, but they just didn't go for it. Now,
4th down, the ball on the 40-yard line.
4th and 6.
Definitely a punt situation for Berkley.
And the punting as the game goes on in the wet weather will get harder and harder. The ball gets heavier and heavier.
Rick Barber back to punt. Back to receive the ball. Number 28 is Rob Conklin.
It's a rush.
And a flag on the play, but a great
very
kick.
nice punt.
And that was Steed comes out with the ball. He starts at his own 25. He's up to the 30, up to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, there was a flag on the play. I think there was some movement in the Berkley line.
Yeah, there was some movement. That's what they're saying. Gary Steed did a good job bringing that ball back. But it looks like Berkley might have to kick it over again. They're going to discuss it. Would you kick it over again if you were Hazel Park?
Yes, I would, because under the conditions there, now they have to walk them back, and with a slippery ball, a fumbled punt or a blocked punt here could change the game around in a hurry. I would have them kick it again.
Pat Fox not too happy with that infraction against his team. He says, what for, guys? Come on, it's pretty basic.
Also, that was an excellent punt by Barber. He got it up, got the nose up, and it really went a long way.
Illegal block against.
Illegal procedure against Berkley. It's
And a wet night like tonight, the more you can make another team punt, the better off you are.
Well, adds to field position, yeah. 4th and 11.
For Hazel Park, Barber back to punt.
The ball now on the 35-yard line of Berkley. They've got to punt the ball again. The lone back is Steed. Now Hazel Park moved. That'll be a 5-yard difference.
Yes, I think the left end on Hazel Park, or the left outside back, they are definitely putting a punt rush on. That's the eagerness of the Hazel Park team, and it caused them a penalty there, I do believe. But they're definitely trying to block the punt right now.
Dead ball outside Hazel Park.
So we're back to where we started. This is 3 punts, and you're out.
Remember, we used to have that softball, 3 fly balls, 3 foul balls, and you're out, so you counted strikes. Yes.
Deed for Hazel Park.
Men's club field.
I think the center is the one that really suffers here because he gets nailed on every punt.
And he's had 3 good snaps, 3 good snaps in a row.
Ooh,
and Barber gets another one off, and it's a dandy. It's fielded on a 35 by Steed. He's got a host of red shirts just piling up on him.
Ashcroft made the tackle. It was very good coverage. There were 4 or 5 red shirts on top of the ball carrier before he could turn the corner.
Let's watch this again.
All right, this is excellent punt coverage by Berkley after they had to punt 3 times in a row. It's a high kick, but the Berkley defense is down there in a hurry. 56 is in there immediately. Ashcroft is in on the top of the tackle. Very good punt coverage.
Well, Steed was unable to run south to north, that's for sure. He had to go.
Really, on a field like tonight, it's really better to run straight up and hope you break one. Once you turn the corner, you're letting yourself open.
Man up the center. He stopped for about a 3-yard gain.
The linebacker came up fast there. They are missing Ryan Cascade, who was a good defensive player for them. Charlie McPhail, I think, is still out there. He was a very scrappy nose guard for Berkley. And it's really hard when you start losing your key defensive men. They're doing a good job. They're doing an excellent job about it.
Second down and 7.
Second 7. Jeff Eddy's still the quarterback for Hazel Park. The second man through.
Hazel Park is just trying to power the ball.
This is Durbin, the
Hazel
ball
Park is
carrier.
just trying to power the ball through. They're getting some penetration, not a lot, but they're getting 2 and 3 yards at a crack, and that leaves them away when it's 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4, so this will be for Hazel Park, this might be 4th down play. I don't know if they get up to the 45 or close. 1st down.
Once again, they gave that to the second man through. The lead blocker is doing an excellent job on that. He pours through the hole on the ISO and clears the way.
And this is number 32, Joe Newman, the fullback.
Newman is their leading ball carrier. He comes through the ISO block up ahead of him. He stays very low, covers the ball very well, and keeps his legs moving all the time. He's a very tough back.
1st and 10.
The ball on the 48, 1st and 10. Hazel Park's coming out strong. Second man through, number 34, Majewski. He would be the right half. And he gains about 6.
Trying to power the ball. Is that right? Is Newman listed here at 200 pounds?
They got him 5'7", 200 pounds.
Well, he doesn't look. That is strictly truly a fire plug build, but he is a strong, tough runner.
You add inches to basketball players and pounds to football players.
Yes. Yeah. It's a few pounds.
Yes, I don't think he's 200.
He doesn't look like he's 200 pounds, but I think it's got to be a mistake.
Man in motion is Etheridge. You know, he stops, he sets on the far out. And that's Drubin with the ball. Dubin, a senior, 5'11", 195 pounds.
Yeah, big back then, big back. And he ran like a big back there too. He powered. There's a big back, 195 pounds. He's into the hole. There isn't much of a hole here, but he bounces off, which is a instinctive trait of the good back, where he just bounced off the tackle and picked up about 4 extra yards off his tackle.
1st and 10. The ball on the 43-yard line of Berkley. So their backs are against the wall once more as Hazel Park drives into the Berkley territory.
Well, it's strictly power football now. They're finding success with 2, 3, and 4 yards at a crack. They have 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play.
But you know, the Hazel Park Vikings have always been known to build a team around a strong fullback position.
Yes, they've always been power football as long as I ever remember seeing them.
And of course, the head coach, Frank Stagg, was one of those.
Yes.
Way back when.
Yeah, they've always had good strength over there at Hazel Park because they're well known for wrestling, and their strength has always been tough.
2nd and 8. It's a pitch. Going for close to a touchdown. Zykowski saves. Tackled on a 12 was Rob Conklin.
Well, what they had done there, it's like a pitcher setting up a strikeout by throwing fastballs, and curves. They ran inside, and then went outside. It's a good example of changing the pace on there. This high pitch, but the back takes it at the dead run and is through the defense before they really have a time to react. And Zykowski made a touchdown saving tackle there in the open field. It was an excellent defensive play, but a real good run by Hazel Park. Now they have excellent field position.
Everybody executed real well on it. 1st and 10, the ball on the 13-yard line. Power football once more, but Berkeley's defensive line is having none of that.
I think there was a kind of a slip up on the exchange there, and it slowed the back up just a step, and it killed any chance for a gain.
Getting up from the bottom of that pile was Greg Anderson. Number 60 for Berkeley.
Newman made to carry the ball.
Greg is a very scrappy ball player. He led the team in tackles as a sophomore, and was injured a bit last year, but he's a very good defensive ball player.
Is this the 4-minute warning here?
Now this is just timeout for
Timeout,
Berkeley.
Berkeley. Okay. So what the warning is. You're watching Berkeley football on Berkeley's #1 for sports station, WBSD. Your station for sports in the Berkeley School District. I'm Larry Auger along with Ray Blackwell. For you this game that's got no score in it yet with 3:46 to go before halftime. We want you to stay tuned for our halftime show as the Berkeley band and cheerleaders and King and Queen of the homecoming court will be viewed, and we find out who won those honors.
Has it been announced who's the King and Queen?
I believe so, it has, yes. But, I don't know.
I didn't win, did I?
We're announcing at the dance tomorrow. We'll see the representatives from each class, though, at halftime. So
Second and 9.
2nd and 9. Last man throw. Oh, dropped on about the 2-yard line or 1-yard line, and it's going to create a first down for Hazel Park.
Yes, that's that second man through, and he angled off to the left. Is that number 14? I can't see.
Gary Steed. The number's starting to be erased.
Stopped by John Kelly.
6'2", 165.
First and goal.
Now, he looks more like a 200-pounder, and he runs like one. He's tall and thin, I guess, at 165, but he runs very well. In fact, he made the last 5 yards kind of in the air.
Boy, the Hazel Park shirts are really getting dirty now.
Now it's first down on the 1-yard line.
So going right up the center. Right over tackle, doesn't go. Touchdown, yes it does.
Touchdown for Hazel
Got the
Park.
lead, yes. And that was number 32, Joe Newman.
Joe Newman is their bread and butter ball player. Newman is truly their bread and butter ball player. He powers hard in here into the hole. Now that I can see him a little closer, he does look like a 5'7", 200-pounder. And to that linebacker, he probably felt like he weighed about 300 pounds because he really runs hard.
That's the first score of the game. We're looking at no extra point kick right here.
They're going for 2.
Going for 2. It's a pitch wide, and number 28 goes in. Standing up, Rob Conklin.
He's untouched. Berkeley will have to adjust to that play. The pitch has worked very successfully for them. That was the big play in the touchdown drive, where they pitched out and then... All right, here's the pitch again, and he is almost untouched. He cuts back nice to his right, but Berkeley will have to adjust to that pitch because that's been the most effective play they had in the drive, and they'll have to do something to stop it.
That was 9 plays, 65 yards in the plays, and results in 6 points.
Yeah, and that's a coach.
Power football.
That's a coach's dream, and it took the better part of the second quarter, and they ended up getting the 2-point conversion. So it's kind of what the coach really practices, particularly on a wet night. Keep the ball on the ground, power it down, and get the score.
8-0 to score. Hazel Park trying to ruin the homecoming for Berkeley. And that was Conklin on the extra point.
I think it was 2 years ago, Berkeley had one of the worst homecomings of all time, where Hazel Park in a tight game broke it open with something like 40 points in the second period. Which
Yes,
was,
I remember that. We telecast that game.
yeah, it was,
Berkley.
talk about the wheels coming off. Everything came off.
How many yards does Newman have so far tonight? The fullback for Hazel Park.